So today, to warm up our balance, we're going to do some progressive marches. So progressive marches, I like starting with my feet hip width apart. And then all we're going to do to start is just a shift side to side with our balance, okay? So you're shifting, you're feeling that weight actively change in each foot. I have about 80% of my weight when I'm going towards one side, 80% towards the other. Again, just to warm up our balance, see how we're feeling. From there, we can start to slowly increase it. So we can kind of bring our heel off the ground a little bit. Maybe we can even bring part of our foot off the ground too. But again, progressive march. So we're just going nice and easy, still just getting our warm up good for ourselves and getting us steady on our feet. We're going to increase the height just a little bit more. So you can kind of bring that foot roughly up to your shin level, maybe a little bit higher if you're feeling okay. Again, slow and controlled, name of the game here. We're going to hang tight for 10 more seconds on this progression. Nice and controlled. Good. Okay, we're going to finish now with bringing that guy up, trying to hold for about half a second before slowly coming back down. So you're thinking about, if you're able to, bringing that thigh to parallel. That's kind of the overall goal to work towards. If you can't get all the way up to parallel, just slowly come up as high as you can and then hold while you slowly bring it back down, okay? 15 more seconds of this variation. Give me as high as you can. Hold for a second. Slowly come back down. See how good your control is? Good, and relax. Excellent. All right, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to stick with the marches, is a reverse hurdle march. So you're going to imagine having a hurdle right behind you or a fence, and this one's going to involve you reaching up and back and over that hurdle, and then back and over with that one foot. You're going to repeat again on the other foot, both sides, okay? So that hurdle, it's just like a little fence, doesn't need to be huge, it's just going to be behind you, stepping up and over, and then other foot, back up and over. See how far you can bring your leg up and back, because the more you do it, the harder it's going to be, not only for your balance, but also for your hip mobility as well. So challenging a few different aspects. Really try to open up your body, feel your body work towards the side before going all the way over to the other direction. We're going to hang tight about 15 more seconds. See if you can get a couple more steps on each side. Good. 5 more seconds. Give me one more good one. Good. And relax. Very nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and while standing near your chair, we'll just do kind of a slightly easier version. Not easier version of marches, but easier balance exercise. Feet are going to be together, and then we're going to do our eyes closed hold in this position. So when you're ready, keep those feet together, hands near that chair. We are going to close our eyes nice and carefully, and we're going to try to hang tight. We're going to stick in this position for about 30 seconds. See how long you can hold, and ultimately see how little you can move. 10 more seconds. Hang on nice and tight. And open those eyes. Very nice. Okay, what we're going to do next now is a combination movement. This one is pretty challenging. We have done it before in class. What you're going to do, though, is a march to the height that you were at the end of our progressions, okay? So if you were about right here, come up to there. If you were a little bit higher, come up to there. So you're going to come up to that height, and then with that same leg, you're then going to bring it backwards and do a mini lunge with the opposite leg, okay? So legs coming up, then it's coming back, and you're lunging, okay? Up, and then back. Good. Up, back. So we're trying to make that lunge as low as you can, and we're also trying to bring that leg up as high as you can. You'll notice when you go backwards, very challenging on your balance. And we're trying to keep that front knee slightly bent in that lunge position, right? So we're finishing in the lunge, reverse lunge. Good. Excellent job. Go ahead and come off that position. Take a breath. We're going to repeat on the other side. So the opposite leg is now moving up and then slowly back, big lunge. So when we're doing the lunge too, when we're coming back, that front knee should be bent, okay? About 50% of your weight's going to be in the front of your body, 50% in the back, okay? It should be pretty equal between legs. So coming up and then back, equal weight. Up, back, equal weight. Good. Up, back. Give me a couple more. One. Good. Last one. And break. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Grab a couple breathers. Go ahead and grab some water if you need to. I'll explain our next one, which is actually a pretty straightforward and easy one. We've done this guy before. Basically, you're going to start with both feet touching, and then we're going to do a leg swing to the side. So we're going to try to push one leg out nice and carefully. Again, ideally not holding on to anything, and then coming back in. We're going to do each leg one at a time. So we'll start with one side, and then we'll repeat on the other, but you're bringing that leg out, slowly down. Out, slowly down. Good. Controlling that movement the best we can. Out, down. Good. If you can even hold that leg, kind of like we were doing with our marches for a second before you bring it back in, that's even better. We'll do one more time here. Out, down. Good. Let's repeat on the other side. So go ahead and switch your side if you want it for extra assistance when you're holding on to. But ultimately, it's going to be that same concept. We're going to be reaching that leg out as far as we can, trying to keep it actively in the air the entire time, and then slowly retreating it back to our starting position, okay? So out, good, out, good. Two more here, all the way out, down, out, and down. Good, very nice. All right, so for our next drill that we're going to do, it's going to involve a little bit of quickness and a little bit of kind of different leg strength. So we're going to do what I call balance catches. This one involves you slowly leaning forward so you feel your center of gravity shift into your toes. And then right before you feel like it's falling too far forward, you're going to bring one of your legs forward to catch yourself, okay? So you're just leaning into your toes and then bringing that foot out quickly to catch yourself, okay? We're trying to work quickness here. So lean, quick move. Yeah, lean, quick move. It's kind of a controlled way to practice falling, right? So we're working the exact same muscle groups that would help us to catching a fall. So in this position, make sure to alternate between legs, okay? We're going to stick for this guy about 30 seconds on this drill, okay? So leaning forward actively as far as you can, quick foot movement. You want that foot to move nice and quick here. About 10 more seconds, looking good. Try to get a couple more on each side. See how far you can lean before tossing that foot out there and catching yourself actively. Lean, catch. Very nice, good. Finish wherever you're at on that repetition. Excellent job. Okay, what we're gonna do next is what I call a tree hold. So there's a few different variations of this one. What you're basically going to start by doing is kind of bringing your foot as best as you can to a 90-degree angle, okay? So in this position, it's still fairly stable, but it's a little unsteady. You can kind of lean left and right, see how you feel. From there, what we can do is bring our heel up onto our foot a tiny bit, and then try to do the same thing. Slight lean. You're going to notice this is going to be a little more challenging because we're making our base slightly less stable. From there, we can bring our heel up even more. So then maybe our toes are the only thing that are actually on the ground with that other foot. You can get a slight lean. Probably notice quite a bit of unsteadiness. And then the hardest variation, if you are able to, again, feel free to try this with holding on. You can bring your foot up and actively see if you can just hold it on the side of your body, okay? Otherwise, if that's too tricky, you can go back to that starting regression that we were at earlier with that foot still slightly on, holding for a few counts. Very nice. Excellent job. Let's go ahead and repeat the same sequence on the other side. So we'll start once again, 90-degree angle to start. We're going to do those shifts to our left and our right. Just kind of see how steady we are. You might notice that one side's a little bit easier or a little bit harder than the other one. Nice and carefully, left and right. Very nice. Let's go ahead and bring that foot up just a tiny bit. Again, just a tiny bit to start off the ground with that heel. Right, left, good, nice and controlled. We can bring that heel up a tiny bit more, okay? This is gonna challenge you a little bit more. Remember, the less base you have, as in the more we bring that foot up, the less base you'll have, the harder this will be. Left, right, nice and controlled. All right, the hardest variation, of course, just like we practiced last time, if you do wanna try to bring that foot up onto the other one, and try to hang nice and slow, you can do that. Otherwise, you can go back to that initial starting position you were at before, where you are keeping that toe on the ground. Try to give it a shot, whatever variation we're at. We got 10 more seconds. Looking good here. Good, and relax. Very nice. Very nice, everyone. Okay. So what we're going to do next is move back to that leg we were not working before, okay? So if you were just standing on your right leg, we're going to focus on our left leg now. On that left leg, we're going to do a single leg RDL. So this one has you facing towards your chair. You're going to reach down with just being on your left leg. Back leg is going to be suspended in the air. You're going to touch the top of your cushion and then stand back up nice and tall without bringing that foot back down too early, okay? So that other leg that's suspended in the air, you want it in the air the entire time, okay? Entire time. Try to lean all the way over. If you want more of a challenge, you can ball up your hands and do a fist to make the range of motion slightly more long. It's going to make it a little more difficult. Down, back. Good. Finish one more good repetition on that side for me. Excellent. Go ahead and flip around. We will repeat this movement. Same exact concept. That other leg, that trail leg, is going to be in the air the entire time, leaning down towards that cushion, giving it a nice gentle touch, and then standing back up nice and tall. Reach down, touch, back up nice and tall. Control is the name of the game here. Name of the game, try to keep that foot suspended the entire time and really challenge as low as you can go. Give me one more good repetition wherever you are at. Good, and relax. Very nice. Okay, our last drill for the day, I want you to find one of these lines going up and down. Just a nice black line. We're going to do some tightrope walking. So basically have both of your feet on the center of the line. And then all you're going to do is bring one foot forward, touching the toe to the heel, and then bring that same moving foot behind you so then it's touching the heel. So that foot is going to be touching the toe in one aspect. Then when you flip it around, it's going to be touching the heel. So another way to put it is one foot is moving the entire time. The other leg is staying stable, okay? Try to stay on that tightrope or on that line the best you can. Just giving yourself back and forth nice and carefully, nice and easily. Good. 10 more seconds on this side. Try to make your last couple repetitions very slow, very deliberate. See how much control you can do it under. Very nice. Let's repeat on the opposite foot. So whatever foot you were just moving will now be your stable foot, okay? Stable foot. We're going to rock about 30 to 40 seconds in that same position. Try to see how good you can be on that foot. Nice and carefully on both directions. Looking good. 20 more seconds here. Hang nice and tight. Be controlled. Be deliberate. You got this. 5 more seconds. Very nice. Go ahead, rest and relax. Excellent job. We're going to do a little bit of cool down to, well, of course, calm your guys' bodies down because I put you through hell on earth today. It's a good thing, right? You'll get better. Get stronger. Go ahead and bring one of your arms across your body like so. And then you're going to gently pull that arm very close to your body. And we're just going to get a couple good breaths in as we hold that nice position. Very good. Repeat on the other side. Same thing. Arm across. Pull it as close to your chest as you can. Just thinking about pulling that elbow nice and close to you. And relax. Very nice. Let's go ahead and let our arms drape down the front of our body. Sag all the way down in front. And go as low as we comfortably can. Maybe we're able to touch our toes. If you can get all the way down there, that's great. Otherwise, just hang with me here for a nice big breath in. Big breath out. Gently sitting up, standing up, nice and tall. Take a breath at the top. Make sure you're feeling okay. You're going to give it a big reach to the sky now. Take a nice, good breath in. Good breath out. Hands down to the side. We're going to move into our split stance now. So take a large step in front of you. Front knee is going to be slightly bent. Your back heel will be planted in the ground. And then you're going to push your front knee forward just a little bit so we feel a nice stretch on the back of our calf muscle in that back foot. Keep that body nice and tall. Take a good breath in. Good breath out. Go ahead and repeat on the other side. Big step forward. Repeating again. Front knee slightly bent. Back heel planted directly into the ground. And we're hanging tight for one big breath in. And relax off that side. Very nice. We are all finished for the day.